something strange that you can get all these guns into the hood, but you run around chasing folks selling Lucy cigarettes and walking in the middle of the street. There's something crazy about that kind of policing.
Reverend Al Sharpton delivering a eulogy today at the funeral of Michael Brown after new reports this weekend described him as a de facto White House point man for the Ferguson community. And today he got some company. The White House also sending 3 top aides to attend the funeral. Mark Thiessen worked in the White House of President George W. Bush as chief speechwriter. He is also a fellow at the American Enterprise Institute. Mark, good idea to have the White House point person show up at this funeral along with 3 other top White House aides? It's a terrible idea. And I mean, think about what kind of message does this send about the impartiality of the Obama administration? Sending White House representatives to the funeral sends a signal that President Obama considers him to be an innocent victim, Michael Brown to be an innocent victim. He may be an innocent victim, but we don't know that yet. The investigation hasn't been completed yet. And it may turn out that Officer Wilson did absolutely nothing wrong. So you know, this White House has promised an impartial investigation, and this sends the message of the opposite of impartiality. They are likely trying to reassure the African American community that justice will be done. Yeah, well, who's reassuring the law enforcement community that justice will be done? You had Governor Nixon go out and say that he wants a vigorous prosecution and that he wants justice for the Brown family. And now you've got the Obama administration basically reinforcing that message by standing with the Brown family at this funeral. That is the wrong message to be sending. You've got the police out there who have been dealing with rioters and looters and people throwing Molotov cocktails. And they're being told that by the governor of the state of Missouri, one of their own killed a man in broad daylight. I mean, these people are defending that community every day, and they deserve to know that they're going to have justice done, that there's going to be a fair and impartial investigation, and this sends the opposite message. As somebody who worked in the White House, what does it say, if anything, about, you know, the administration that it chose to send 3 top aides to this funeral, in addition to, you know, having a man run point on the ground, Al Sharpton? Well, first of all, I mean, if they sent 3 White House officials to the funeral of Michael Brown, when Margaret Thatcher died last year, they sent nobody. In what universe does Margaret Thatcher, one of the greatest British prime ministers in history, on par with Churchill, merit nobody, but Michael Brown merits 3 White House officials? Second, I mean, Al Sharpton, really? Al Sharpton is the liaison of all the African-American ministers they could find out there to be their liaison on Ferguson. They picked Mr. Tawana Brawley. You have a history with him. The audience should know. Do we have the picture? Back in the day. No. Oh, no. Well, we don't have it. Okay, we don't have rights to it. But there's a great picture of you and Reverend Al having a little debate back. Was it during the Tawana Brawley days? It was, yeah, on the Morton Downey Jr. show in 1988. Really? Yep. What were you doing on there? I was a college student in Poughkeepsie, New York, and they invited us over. So there you have it. Why you? I keep better company now than I did back then. I assume you're referring to poor Morton. All right, Mark, good to see you. Thanks, Megan.